B0B, a happy camper van who is a big orange beast, living life on the road, traveling the country, learning life lessons when things get bumpy. Cause when Bob was born, he was made by machines, built in a factory in 2018, when he was struck by a magical rainbow lightning, which brought him to life and made him gleam. A magnificent orange, so shiny and bright, with his rainbow magic he was brought to life. So we drove outside to see what he could find, saw his own reflection and adored the sight of his beautiful paint job and big black tires. He was the finest and shiningest fan in his eyes. So we set off on his travels, he was filled with pride, ready to explore with a smile so wide. Meet Bob, he's a big orange beast, traveling the north, south, west and the east. He's learning life lessons from all who he meets, trying to become the sort of man he wants to be. Meet Bob, he's a big orange beast, traveling the north, south, west and the east. He's learning life lessons from all who he meets, trying to become the sort of man he wants to be. So Bob travelled round from place to place and met many other camper vans along the way. And he started off boastful about his beautiful paint, that he was shinier and brighter in the way he was made, until he met another camper van who was duller and grey, who said we may look different underneath, though we're the same. And it got Bob thinking as he was driving away. He couldn't understand what on earth they were saying. Then he came across a dirty van with dents and things, and Bob started boasting how he was new and clean. But the van wasn't bothered, the Bob was big and mean. They just turned around and told him that beauty's from within, and what we're like inside is what really counts. And Bob was taken back and was completely astounded, cause he'd never heard anything that's quite as profound. And so it really got him to thinking while he continued driving round. Meet Bob, he's a big orange beast, traveling the north, south, west and the east. He's learning life lessons from all who he meets, trying to become the sort of man he wants to be. Meet Bob, he's a big orange beast, traveling the north, south, west and the east. He's learning life lessons from all who he meets, trying to become the sort of man he wants to be. And then Bob met a camper with a smile on their face, just a rusty old van who was enjoying their day. And Bob got competitive and challenged him to race. With the ready, set, go, he sprinted away along a busy motorway with only winning in sights. And he quickly finished it with plenty of time, until the other van arrived, and Bob gleaming with pride. I beat you, Bob said, feeling really alive, until the other van turned when the glint in their eyes and replied, you made it one, but I enjoyed the ride, cause I got to see so many beautiful sights. And suddenly Bob then got a funny feeling inside. He had been so focused on trying to win that he'd not taken any of the scenery in. And so we drove away slowly and continued to think about all the things he said and the way that he'd been behaving. Meet Bob, he's a big orange beast, traveling the north, south, west and the east. He's learning life lessons from all who he meets, trying to become the sort of man he wants to be. Meet Bob, he's a big orange beast, traveling the north, south, west and the east. He's learning life lessons from all who he meets, trying to become the sort of man he wants to be. Bob couldn't stop thinking about the things that he'd heard, running over and over the valuable words, the lessons he'd learned for the vans that he'd met on his journey, and all of what he'd taken in that got the cogs turning. He'd learned since the day he was born in the factory he wasn't big and kind in the way he'd been acting. So he then decided that he wanted to change and not stay on the road of the selfish way. So from that day for the rest of his life, Bob made a vow to try and always be kind, and to never be the darkness, to always be the light, reflecting any positives he may happen to find, and leaving negativity in his rear view. And in doing so the world saw his love shine through, and he's never looked back since his outlook improved. And if Bob can do it, then yeah, we all can too. Meet Bob, he's a big orange beast, traveling the north, south, west and the east. He's learning life lessons from all who he meets, trying to become the sort of man he wants to be. Meet Bob, he's a big orange beast, traveling the north, south, west and the east. He's learning life lessons from all who he meets, trying to become the sort of man he wants to be.